Well, good evening, Dartfish friends, and welcome to our end of day one review here at the Ypres Rally Belgium. Well, you might have worked out where we are. We're in the M Sport service area. This man, we have to say a big thank you to Antoine Lestage for joining us this evening. Antoine, a Canadian rally legend. How many times have you won the Canadian Championship?
Too many times.
Lots and lots of times, an absolute legend. But you're here doing a particular job that you've been doing actually for a number of years now. Tell me who you're working with. Tell me about the important job you've been doing.
Yeah, I'm doing safety notes, or gravel crew, it's called, with Gus Greensmith with M Sport. I've been doing it for 5 years now. It's the 5th year.
Wow. Is that right?
Yeah, 5 year already. So
time flies.
And we're here in Ypres for the 2nd year in a row, and yeah, all
right.
good.
Well, as I say, Antoine, he's been out doing safety notes all day. The weather was the big question of the day. Do you know what? It looks like we're just about to get wet.
Finally.
Let's talk about this morning's loop, because we saw quite a diverse tyre choice across the loop this morning. We expected rain, it didn't really come. What did it look like from your perspective out in the stages?
Well, the thing is, we go way earlier than the teams, an hour and a half before everybody. So when we went, we knew probably we'd get away with dry roads. For the morning loop, we did it right. We went with hard tires, which was great. And from our point of view, the roads were in great shape, all dry this morning, and obviously some pollutions in all the junctions and things like that, but the first loop in the morning was pretty good.
It really was, but as I say, different tyre choices. The man who went out with one wet tyre was Kalle Rovanperä. Now, we'll come to what happened to Kalle in a minute, but tell me about what you thought the conditions would be like for the first car on the road, because what we saw here last year with Seb Ogier was that there was a layer of dust that needed to be cleaned. It was slippery, he lost time. Was that similar this morning?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. The second pass, what we see is, we see more gravel in some of the cuts and things like that, but on the line, on the tarmac, it's actually cleaner the second time. So yes, the first time in the morning, first car on the road. But when we saw Kalle's tire choice with 2 wets, we thought they know something we don't know. So, but hey, it turned out okay for us, so all good.
It really did, but it didn't turn out okay for Kalle Rovanperä. It's the second stage of the morning. This is what happened. Let's listen to Jari-Matti Latvala as he talks us through this issue, huge issue and roll for Kalle Rovanperä.
Coming to the right, to the left. Kalle turns a bit too early in. His note says it's short corner, and he opens the throttle also very early. But then he realized it's not so short, and he turns a little bit back and tried to turn back again. So he did this small hesitation and small correction, and the corner is not short, then he's running out of pace and he goes off the road. So it was a combination of note and then turning too early.
So enormous disappointments for the Toyota team and Kalle Rovanperä in particular. But as Jari-Matti said, we expected it at some point. That opened things up, Antoine, and what we've seen during the rest of the day is a tremendous battle between Thierry Neuville, Ott Tanak and Elfyn Evans. Let's start with Thierry Neuville, because much like last year, the morning loop was a bit difficult for him, but he found his legs this afternoon.
Yeah, it was very interesting, because after shakedown last night, he said he felt really good with the car, had a good feeling, and then this morning he said, didn't feel so confident. But this afternoon he had a great loop and back in the lead, and I think he's very comfortable in these roads. He's won the rally before last year and in previous years when he came here with an R5. So, very good job he did this afternoon.
He did a super job. He is, less than 3 seconds ahead of Ott Tanak at the end of the day. Let's hear from Thierry Neuville.
Yeah, I mean, we can do more, but it's always a compromise as well with the feeling you have in the car and the performance the car is giving you. And somehow, we went in the right direction, but we have still a little bit work.
Last question. No team orders clearly for tomorrow. Suggestion though that tomorrow evening there may be team orders, so you've got to stay ahead of him.
I'm not sure that there will be any team orders until the end of the weekend, and the target for me anyhow is to stay in front of Ott and Elfyn, so the battle is still on, and so far I think there's no reason to get any team orders.
So Thierry Neuville leading from Ott Tanak. Antoine, are you a little bit surprised to see those Hyundais going so well here? I think we were all surprised to see the pace and performance of Tanak in Finland. For me, should we have been surprised? I don't know.
Well, are you surprised to see Ott going fast like that? I I think everybody knows how good he is. It's just that we hear a lot of things. The drivers are often saying that they're not comfortable with the car, but obviously they have a strong engine, I think, at Hyundai, and I don't know, like Thierry, we expected him to go well here, but Oit is doing really well too, so I don't know, maybe they're working and they're getting a better balance with the car and the drivers are more confident. You need to be confident. The speed these guys are going, like...
And I think this is really encouraging for Hyundai, because I think there were questions at the start of the year, perhaps that car was fundamentally wrong in its design. Clearly that's not the case, because they are getting performance out of it, they are managing to work with it, and they're almost the drivers now being able to predict the unpredictable.
Yeah.
So, is that fair to say?
Maybe. I'll let you say that. I don't know.
As a driver, how difficult is that to push even close to 100% in a car that you're not really sure how it's going to react? It must be really tricky.
It's very tricky. You have to be at one and really in sync with the car. If it starts to react funny, you're always going to be doubting and be not fully confident. And that's where you lose time. It
is where you lose time, but Oit Tanak has mastered that Hyundai. He is within touching distance of Neuville. Let's hear from Oit Tanak.
Yeah, it was a surprisingly good day. After yesterday, I was not really too confident we can do any kind of pace here. So overnight we were able to collect quite a bit, and change the car. This morning still it was a bit so and so, but during the run we were able to improve a bit, and now let's say it's in a shape that it's at least not disturbing so much. It's not really in the mood that I could really push, and also the rally is tricky, so it's still difficult to find the road. But other than that, it's been good.
So it is a Hyundai 1-2 at the end of the day. The chasing Toyota is the Toyota of Elfyn Evans. Elfyn talks about being at 90% this morning. Antoine, we've not really seen Elfyn gel with his car yet this year, and I think this morning was a continuation of that. Maybe today was a continuation of that.
Yeah, maybe, but we all thought he would go well here, and Elfyn seems to be a very smart guy, and I think he's going to stay out of trouble, and yes. I would not rule him out yet. He's not too far, and very long day tomorrow, lots of mileage, so it's not over yet.
It isn't over yet. Now, Elfyn Evans would have been within 4 seconds of the lead. A 10-second penalty for being late, I think it was, into the final stage of the day. Let's hear from Elfyn as he kind of half explains that.
Yeah, not a bad day. I think we were pretty unlucky with that cut in the tyre that meant that we then had to do the last two on a rain tyre there. Completely upset the balance for us. So frustrating not to be more competitive this afternoon.
And you were within 10 seconds of the top times. A 10-second penalty, though, going into that last stage. Can you just explain what happened there?
Yeah, that was a bit of an unfortunate incident on Scotty's side, but I said to him, it's one in 4 years, so that can be forgiven. Of course, we know how important the seconds are, but it happens. Did
you just get the time wrong?
You need to ask him. I'm not technical on that side, but it's just an unfortunate mistake.
Do you know what? It does happen, doesn't it, Antoine? And you guys as drivers make mistakes all the time. When a co-driver makes a small mistake, it is just everyone's talking about it. But Elfyn was being really pragmatic there. First mistake in 4 years. Yes. You have to expect it.
Yeah, it happens, and like you say, it's a team sport, and actually drivers, we do more mistake than the co-drivers, but it's always worse when they do, but hey, it's part of the game.
It is part of the game. Let's move on then. Esa-Pekka Lappi, by the way, doing a great job. I think in 4th place, am I right? I'm looking to my man, 4th place for Lappi. Let's move on then to the team that you're with this week, Antoine, M Sports. Right now, Craig Breen can't buy any luck, can he? He had a really unfortunate situation in his test. Spent a lot of time yesterday evening at shakedown getting the car right. Went with a tyre choice today that just didn't work out for him. He needs a bit of luck somewhere.
Yeah, but sometime in rallying you need a bit of luck, and at the moment it's not on his side for sure, but it could have been worse.
Yes.
He's 5th now. He's not miles away, so things can happen in the rally still, and no big problems with all 3 cars, so I think it's positive. Yes, it could have been better, but it could have been worse, and Craig is a very good driver, and I'm sure today he used the day more as a test and improved the car to make it more the way he likes it. So hopefully we see more pace tomorrow.
And as you say, tomorrow is a long day, 133 kilometres tomorrow. What we've seen today is things happen very quickly and change around very quickly on this event.
Yeah, for sure. And tomorrow the stages are longer, so it's even more important to get the right tires. You know, today with shorter stage, you could get away with maybe not the perfect tire choice, but tomorrow will be more critical. But it's supposed to be nice tomorrow, so maybe it will be simpler.
We don't know what's going to happen with this weather. We thought we were going to get absolutely deluged here literally 2 minutes ago, and I think we're going to stay dry. Your man, Gus Greensmith, great start to the year. Struggled a wee bit kind of mid-year. This is a chance for him to perhaps find a little bit more confidence. He had a good day out there today.
Yeah, well, if we go back to Finland, he had a very good Saturday afternoon and a good Sunday in Finland. So we're trying to build on that. And I mean, he's a very skilled driver. He just needs to believe in himself. And I think today was a good day. You know, he was a bit unlucky with the rain that caught him on the fifth stage. Was it the fourth or the fifth stage?
Yeah,
where he was part of the unlucky that got the big shower on them. But very good time in the last stage. And no, I think again, I was talking with Jonas and Gus. You know, I think they were happy. It could have been better.
Yeah.
But it could have been very worse also. So overall, I think we just need to capitalize on that and try to keep improving. And I think we're going in the right direction.
Yeah, for sure he's going in the right direction. Let's talk about a couple of other drivers before we wrap this one up. Let's talk first about Oliver Solberg, because you'll have seen what went on in Finland, and I'm sure you watched that interview that we did in the trees. Just devastating to see a young man so upset. But he's bounced back, and he's had a strong day out there.
Yeah, and you can see it from the few interviews I saw. He seems like he's really calm this weekend. He's trying to just go stage by stage and build his confidence back. And you know, rallying is a very emotional sport, and it's the best sport in the world, but it can also be cruel. We've all had like bad moments. So yeah, he's still a young driver. Like all these guys, they're very young, and I think now he has the right approach to just go steady. And today was not an easy day for him either, but still there, kept his nose clean. So we'll see tomorrow.
We'll see what he can do tomorrow. Takamoto Katsuta, he had gearbox problems. He had a bit of an issue in the opening stage, had an incident where something happened. We're not sure whether that then caused the gearbox problem or the gearbox problem was the cause of the incident he had. We're not quite sure, but he drove with that all day and hemorrhage time all day. Antoine, what should we look forward to tomorrow? It's a long day. Any particular stage that you think could be the most challenging of the day?
No, I don't know. We'll see tomorrow.
We will see tomorrow. Well, listen, what a joy, what a pleasure to have Canada's #1, the legend that is Antoine Lestage, with us this evening. Thank you for joining us.
Good having me.
He has been good, hasn't he? Folks, we will be out and about. You're not gone yet. Don't take it off yet, Antoine Lestage. Look, he was almost brilliant, and he just ruined it at the end. Folks, we're back out on the stages again tomorrow. We will be following all the action as it unfolds on day 2 here. Dirtfish.com, the place to be. Now you can move.
Sorry about that.